All right, so let's get the charge pattern written out. It's +1, +2, Kelly,
+3,
+3,
+-4,
+-4,
-3,
-3.
-1.
All right, so let's go to the second page. This gives you all the rules, but I'm going to teach you how to write formulas if the name is given to you. Are we good? Yes. So, how would you know if it has a polyatomic ion? What will the name end with if it has a polyatomic ion? It will end with an 8 or an I. Otherwise, what will it end with? Ide. Right? Hydroxide is the only exception that's polyatomic and ends with an ide. But all other single elements end with an ide. Are we good? Ammonium will be a cation, so it will be the first half of the compound, not the second half. Are we good? All right. So the name is given to me as calcium chloride. I now need to write the formula. All right. So I'll go to my periodic table. What is the charge on calcium? Calcium is a +2. And what's the charge on chlorine? Chlorine is a -1. So I go back and the charge on calcium is a +2 and the charge on chlorine is a -1. Now charges must cancel and compound should always have a charge of 0. It should be neutral. So what do I multiply the chloride side by such that it cancels the 2? Yes. All right? You multiply by a 2. Or in other words, I need 2 chloride ions for 1 calcium ion. Is it making sense? Yes. And the formula is going to be Ca. Did I multiply calcium by anything? No. Cl with the subscript 2 telling me that I need 2 chloride to balance 1 calcium.
It's crazy.
Does that make sense? Yes. Or in other words, if you think about it, calcium has 2 valence electrons. Yes or no? Chlorine has 7 valence electrons. Right? So 1 calcium can go to chlorine. But they can't combine in a 1-to-1 ratio. Is that right? This calcium is still left with 1 more, and that chlorine is complete. Is that right? But if I make it react with another chlorine, will it be able to give both its valence electrons and have 8 in the inner circle? Is that right? And now what is the ratio in which they combine? 1 calcium combines with 2 chlorine atoms to make the compound calcium chloride. The ratio is always fixed. It doesn't change. Are we good? Do we understand this? Okay, so let's see how am I going to write the formula. Now the element is potassium. What is the charge for potassium off of the periodic table? Potassium is a +1. Now, you really have to pay attention to the ending. All right? Potassium is a +1. What is the ending in this case? It's an 8. It's a nitrate. So on your test or on your quiz, you can write that Ono-Sokopo on top. And once you look at it, you know the formula. Yes or no? What was the charge on nitrate, by the way? Nitrate is a -1. Is that right? So that is a -1. Do I need to multiply any side? The +1 and the -1 cancel each other. Potassium has the symbol K. What is the formula for nitrate? NO3. Don't include the charge. Okay. Does that make sense? So that is the formula for potassium nitrate. Yes.
Wouldn't it be 3?
Say that? You chant potassium nitrate is?
Oh, I never mind.
What is potassium nitrate used for? Anybody knows? Yes. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Yes. Sam.
Wait, wouldn't it be K3NO? Because S is like -1.
Well,
Then we said
so Sam, I asked you to pay attention to the ending.
yeah.
It's not nitride. It is not ending in an IDE. It is ending in an ATE. ATE we just learned is a polyatomic ion.
Never mind.
Okay?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Yes.
So the charge of that is the charge of 3 oxygen.
Well, a polyatomic ion means many atoms join together. Is that right?
Yes.
So nitrate, imagine nitrate, it's something like this. Are you with me? This whole thing has a charge of -1. Are you understanding? When we go more into shapes and all that, we will learn what the shape of this molecule is, or this ion is. We'll learn a little bit more about that later on. Are we good? All right. Let's look at manganese. Where is manganese on the periodic table? Manganese is a transition metal, right? Right here is the location of manganese. There is no charge on top of manganese. How the heck am I going to write the formula if I don't know the charge of manganese? Who can figure it out by reading the name of the compound? What is the charge of manganese when you look at the name of the compound? Kate.
Oh.
Very good. So the charge on manganese is provided in the Roman numeral. Is that understood? So the charge of any transition metal other than cadmium, zinc, silver will be provided as a Roman numeral. Is that understood? Yes. No, metals are losers. Metals will always have a positive sign. All right? No metal can be negative. Are we good? What is the charge on oxygen off of the periodic table? What is it? -2. Do they cancel each other?
Yes.
Is the ratio 1 to 1?
Yes.
What is the formula for manganese oxide or manganese 2 oxide?
Just put it.
Right? Should I wait for you guys to finish it? Should I do that, Kelly?
No.
Okay. I thought I'll just do one page and then I'll make you do some more on your own. Let's look at the next one. It says iron 3 carbonate. What is the charge on iron? +3. And iron has a formula, Fe. What is carbonate? It is an 8. Therefore, it is a polyatomic ion. What is the formula? CO3. And what is the charge on carbonate? -2. And the +3 and the -2 don't cancel. The ratios have to be changed so that they cancel. What can I multiply this side by? What can I multiply this side by so that they cancel each other? Yes, can I? So I multiply this side by 2 and that side by 3. And now it's a -6 and a +6 and they cancel. Is that right? So how am I going to write the formula? It becomes Fe. How many atoms of Fe do I need? 2. Right? Fe2. Well, carbonate itself is CO3. But how many carbonates am I asked to take? 3. So how will I show that? And then a 3 outside. Does that make sense? Carbonate, like nitrate, is a single species. Does that make sense? It's like Ms.Geeta with 2 hands. Just because I have 2 hands, I don't become 2 Geetas. Is that right? I'm only one. right? So carbonate, even though it's attached to 3 oxygens, is just one single species. Does that make sense? And we need 3 of that to balance the charge. Are we good? Do we understand this? Right. Let's do the next one. So Luke is going to help me with this. It says ammonium.
Yes.
Will I find ammonium on the periodic table?
No.
Because it is a polyatomic ion. Don't go searching for ammonium on your periodic table. All right? And ammonium has the formula NH4. Do not skip out its hand. Do not write NH.
Why are you not writing anything down?
All right. So what is the charge on ammonium? It's a +1. The second atom ends as a sulfate.
-2.
It's again a polyatomic ion. So that is SO4 and it's a -2. Which side should I multiply in order to balance them?
Ammonium.
What will I multiply that side by? 2. So how am I going to include 2 of ammonium?
Parentheses.
Very good. And what is the number outside? 2. And then I write SO4.
Wow.
Are we good? Do we understand formula writing with polyatomic ions? Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. Can I give my students a couple of minutes to practice these problems? And then we will come back and discuss the answers.
All of them.
Yeah. On silver, let's write the charges on silver, cadmium, zinc. All right. So scandium is a +3. Scandium will always be +3. Yttrium will always be +3. Zinc will always be +2. Cadmium is always +2. And silver is always +1. Silver is always +1. These two are +3. These two are +2. And silver is +1. Remember that. Okay? Let us start with the formulas. Kenny, do you have a formula for the first one? What do you have?
NAF.
NAF. That is correct. Because this is a +1 and a -1. Is that right? Layla, what is the answer for the second one? Very good. So this is +3 and that's a -2 and you recognize that it's a sulfate, which is a polyatomic ion. All right, Claire, what is the formula for the next one? Very good. Jackie, what is the formula for the next one? Ag3N. Are you grading your work? All right. Ariana, what is the answer for the next one?
Oh, I'm so silly.
S3, that is correct. Hayun, do you have an answer for the next one? Let's do this slowly. So this is PB and it's a +4. It's an sulfite, right? So it's a polyatomic ion, correct? So this is SO3 -2. So what can you multiply one of them by so that they cancel? That's a +4 and a -2. So you multiply this by a 2. So what will be the formula? PB. Don't forget its arms. Don't chop off its arms. PbSO3 2. Are we good? All right. Mia? What's her name? She's not Mia. She is Mike?
That's my name.
That's your
That's
name.
my legal name.
Andrew Choi.
No.
Arfon.
Emily? Okay, Emily. All right, yes. RB, 2, SC, that is correct.
It was only 2 days.
All right, so, yes, Oshi. C8, that is correct. Kelly,
Yes.
the next one.
Cool 3P.
CU3, it's an 8.
Oh wait, I got it. Oh,
It's an 8.
8. Oh, a phosphate. Sorry. -3.
So let's do this. Copper is a
Oh.
+1.
PO4.
PO4 is a -3.
Yes.
So which side do we multiply?
Calcium.
By the and the calcium, the copper. So what will be the formula?
PO4.
PO4.
Sorry, I didn't see that.
Yes. Luke, the next one. NH4I. All right. Jason? SC4C3. All right. Michael? Okay, let's do this. MO is a +6. Arsenic is a -3. So which side can I multiply so that it becomes a 6? -3 times 2. So I'm only multiplying this side. So give me the formula now, Michael. This is not multiplied, Michael. I'm not multiplying this. I only write the multiplied by number. Correct? AS2, that is correct. Okay? Kristen? NO2? 3, very good. Let's do the last one. Amber? CSOH. Are we good with nomenclature or writing formulas?
Yes.
Will you guys be able to do the reverse? If I give the formula, will you be able to write the names? We will do a little bit more practice when we return. All right? I'm going to stop now.